From the station with Texoma's top-rated newscast, this is First News at 6.
The nation takes time out today to remember the death of Martin Luther King, Jr. Good evening, and thank you for joining us.
We will get to that story in just a minute, but first, let's go ahead and check in with Eric Price to see if this small cooling trend is going to continue. Eric.
Well, we've dropped only a few degrees above or below where we should be for this time of year, but we'll be right around average where we should be this time of year for the next few days. And also, tonight, don't forget to set your clocks back as it is daylight savings time tonight, so when you go to bed, turn it forward 1 hour, and over the next few hours, temperatures should be dropping down to around 50 degrees by 10 o'clock, and I'll detail the rest of the forecast in weather in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Eric. Well, it was 30 years ago today that civil rights leader Martin Luther King, Jr. was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee. To commemorate the anniversary, hundreds of people marched through Memphis this morning. Reverend Jesse Jackson, who was with King when he was killed, reminded marchers to help keep King's dream alive. Meanwhile, King's son called for the investigation into his father's death to continue.
We are calling for a full investigation of all new and unexamined evidence. And we will not be turned around or any way distracted or intimidated from our pursuit of the truth.
Escaped convict James Earl Ray confessed to killing Dr. King, but then later recanted his story. He is serving a 99-year prison sentence for the crime, but both Ray and King's family are calling for a further investigation.
There may be an Oklahoma tie to the death of an Alabama family. The 3 members of the family were found dead this weekend, the victims of an apparent accident. The bodies were found in D'Arc, Arkansas, submerged in a river. Authorities believe the family may have accidentally drove into the river after they made a rest stop on a rainy night. They had been missing for more than a month after visiting relatives in Oklahoma.
Across the nation, the pilots of 2 small planes are dead this weekend after they collide near Atlanta, Georgia. Authorities say after the collision, one of the planes crashed into a tree next to a house. The second plane crashed in an open area nearby. Witnesses say the sound of the crash was absolutely deafening.
Playing tennis on the 2 courts, and we heard this bang in the sky. We looked up, saw these 2 airplanes, and one with the other one. Saw this one, it flew a little bit.
The aircraft involved are described as a single-engine plane and a twin-engine jet. The FAA is still investigating.
The Choctaw Nation is breaking new ground as they begin construction on their first-ever tribal hospital. Groundbreaking preparations got underway in Tallahana this morning. Choctaw Chief Greg Pyle led the way as he explained the new hospital will offer comprehensive health care services for Indians and non-Indians. The cost of the new hospital is coming at the price of $21 million. Plans for completion are set for April 1999.
Around the world, some coal miners in the Ukraine are still trying to recover after an explosion kills 30 people. 30 miners are reported dead, with another 50 receiving injuries. At the time of the explosion, 264 miners were at work. Authorities say at least 30 people are still trapped inside the mine. Right now, officials are blaming the explosion on a buildup of methane gas.
It's a successful mission as the United Nations completes the first ever inspection of President Saddam Hussein's palaces. The UN inspectors are already reporting that the survey turned up no evidence that Hussein was using the compounds to manufacture chemical or biological weapons. If you remember, the mission was canceled back in February after Saddam Hussein refused entry to UN inspectors. Even though nothing was found, the UN plans to continue their investigation of missing weapons. They were playing dirty today in Sherman. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, some Austin College students get down to the earth during an unusual game of volleyball.
And later in sports, the Texas Rangers are feeling blue in Canada this weekend. Highlights are on the way. But next, some folks in Ardmore set aside an entire day just for the kids. That story and more when we come back.
For more than 50 years, Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance has been a friend of families all across Oklahoma. We serve the people who are the heart of Oklahoma. At work, at play, on the farm, or in the city. Through generations, Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance is there for you. All-around coverage, all around Oklahoma.
The amount of the credit allowable under subsection A shall be reduced, but not below zero, by $50 for each $1,000 or fraction thereof.
The government spent 211 days figuring out the new tax code.
Exceeds the threshold amount.
Something tells us you don't have that kind of time. H&R Block.
Someone to watch over me.
Public notice. Hoyt Dodge is moving to a new location on Highway 75 in Sherman. Inventory is at an all-time high and it's got to go.
That's right, folks. Our last month here at this location, I have over 400 vehicles in stock and on the way. Prices will never be cheaper than they are right now. As you can see, folks, even my storage lot is full. I'm putting too much in trade. I'm selling cars way too cheap. You'll never be able to buy a vehicle as cheap as you can right now. And don't forget, Hoyt said I ordered them, I better sell them.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mickey.
I'm taking the girls shopping for their Easter basket.
It's nice to see you and the girls, and you've come to the right place.
Great. I want deals.
Okay, Easter baskets for $1.44.
What else?
Grass and eggs, 3 packages for 99 cents.
Terrific, but I want more.
Try this, the best candy at the best prices, and lots of it.
The girls. Where are they?
When you think Easter, think MJ Designs.
Well, there were certainly lots to see and do today in Ardmore.
Especially if you're a kid, Mindy Lentz has the story.
Hundreds of children hopped their Saturday morning away, dancing with Fred Flintstone, McGruff the Crime Dog, and rodeo clowns.
And I got up there and done it, and it was just fun.
But the entertainment didn't stop there, turning Central Park into a child's dream.
They're painting your face for free over there, and right here I have a peace sign, and over here I have a Nike sign.
Well, it's been a lot of fun for all the kids here to get their face painted and dance on stage. The money here that's being raised from the drawings is going to a good cause.
Michaela Legg, Joan Tice, another...
The money goes into the Department of Human Services Child Abuse Prevention Awareness Fund.
The list of prizes were endless. Beanie Babies, free dinners, VCRs, and jewelry. But to these kids, the prizes couldn't even compare to the fun they were having.
Doing the Macarena in the bunny hop. I liked when those men went by and on their four-wheelers, they leaned up backwards.
No matter what your favorite part was, the day was enjoyed by everyone. And the best part? All of the money raised today will go to fight child abuse. Mindy Lentz, First News, Ardmore.
And it's time to get down and dirty for this next story.
It was a game of volleyball as these Austin College students hit the mud, hoping to keep the ball in motion. The Spring Fest is how the Delta sorority is helping out Scarlett Adams, who is in need of a liver transplant.
Freezing, but it's just a lot of fun getting out here being silly and trying our best to get the ball over the net. It's a lot of fun.
All of the money received today will go towards medical expenses for Scarlett Adams.
And not a bad day to be out in the mud playing volleyball, but a little cooler than it's been usually.
It was. It was really cool, but it's kind of warmed up a little bit. Eric, what else can we expect this afternoon?
Well, more mild temperatures throughout the evening. It will be a little cooler later on tonight, but then tomorrow shouldn't be too bad. I'll tell you about that right after this.
Going to Fred's party?
Yep, the whole town's going.
His ice cream is so good. How does he make it? I don't know. He won't tell me. You're his daughter.
Everyone wants to know my homemade ice cream recipe, but I can't tell the truth. First, I buy these big eggs. Ostrich eggs.
Where do you get them?
Ostriches. And then I get my vanilla beans flown in from Madagascar.
Come on, Daddy. You're fibbing.
Hey, folks, look at this.
The truth is, Fred's homemade ice cream is Bluebell.
Madagascar, really.
Alexi is sporting a 0.6-watt digital phone, while Sasha is all business with his 36-character display. And you can't be too thin, as these models demonstrate.
Yeah. Hello?
At United States Cellular, we see phones as tools, not fads.
Any news yet?
Believe me, I'll let you know the minute anything happens.
Seem more like
Wait,
you?
I'm getting off.
United States Cellular, the way people talk around here.
So, Delmar, how many chickens we got on this farm?
50,000.
Wow. See, sometimes you get so busy on the farm, you ever miss having breakfast?
Sometimes we'll have breakfast for dinner, yeah.
Well, how about IHOP's new scrambles? Our ranch scramble is stuffed with ham, tomato, and onion, then smothered with cheese. Served with hash browns and buttermilk pancakes from $3.99.
I'd like to try it.
So this is Cliff in America's Heartland, reminding you that any time's a great time for breakfast at IHOP. So, Delmar, which did come first, then, the chicken or the egg?
I don't know.
Next time on Martha Stewart Living.
Every year in early spring, I try to come up with a new plant combination to fill my outdoor urns.
Get ready for spring by planting urns that will last into summer.
Make sure the pot has a good drainage hole.
Then bake an Italian cookie of the week.
And they certainly are. Ugly, but good. Fruity ma buoni.
On the next Martha Stewart Living.
Sunday morning at 10 here on Channel 12.
Well, we had some clouds across the area earlier today, but those moved out, and for the most part, it's been a nice afternoon. Let's go ahead and take a look outside. Tower Cam 12 right now out of Ardmore. You can see some haze across the area, but otherwise a nice afternoon. Temperatures right now in the upper 50s to lower 60s. We'll get to that in a second, but first let's take a look at Channel 12 Futurecast, and over the next 36 hours starting at midnight tonight, and also don't forget to change your clocks 1 hour ahead tonight, as it will be daylight savings time. You can see really no weather going on, just a few clouds tomorrow afternoon into Monday morning, but that's really about it for a while, and not until late Monday night into Tuesday will we see any weather, and just a very, very slight chance of maybe an isolated shower popping up as those clouds move across the area later on tomorrow afternoon, but that's maybe a 10% chance at best. But right now it's 60 degrees here at the Channel 12 studios in Sherman and Denison, just the haze, otherwise sunny skies outside, winds out of the north though. That's why it does feel a little bit cooler today. In Ardmore, it's 61 degrees. Again, still sunny skies, north-northeast winds at 9. And in Paris right now, it's 64 degrees with sunny skies and north-northeast winds at 8. High temperatures around the area, you can see we're in the upper 50s, 59 in both Ardmore and Marietta. High temperature with Paris at 69 degrees, so almost 70, and that's where we should be around at this time of year. Temperatures lowest was 58 in Toka. Again, that 69 in Paris was the highest. Here in Sherman and Denison, it was 62 degrees. And you can see the clouds that were over us earlier this afternoon and early this morning are now over northeastern portions of Oklahoma, heading off to the east. Otherwise, most of Texas in the clear. You can see here's this system. This one will move through later on tomorrow afternoon, but that one really won't get anything going. Again, we really don't have the low-level moisture to see any rain. The next big chance for rain is Monday night into Tuesday, and that will be caused by a system that isn't even on the California coastline. That should be hitting Southern California later on tonight into tomorrow morning before moving our direction on Monday night and Tuesday. And over the next 24 hours, you can see tonight, we will be dropping into the low 40s to mid-40s again, possibly some areas seeing temperatures dropping to around 38 or 39 degrees, otherwise in the low 40s, and then tomorrow it should warm up again into the upper 60s, maybe some areas seeing temperatures in the 70s by 7 o'clock tomorrow night. And again, remember, tomorrow the sunset won't be until around close to 8 o'clock, so you'll have plenty of time to get out and enjoy tomorrow, as it should be partly cloudy to mostly sunny tomorrow. And you can see over the past 12 hours those clouds burning off, and that's what's been happening across several hours. 61 right now in Dallas-Fort Worth, 71 in Austin, 55 in Oklahoma City, 50 in Tulsa. You can see warm to the south, still kind of cool north of us, but otherwise we're relatively mild right now. And again, over the next 24 hours, this system will basically scoot through the area. We'll just see sunny skies to our south, some clouds coming across the area as this system makes its way across the area, but otherwise it should be a nice day tomorrow. Temperatures warm around the upper 60s to low 70s, so it will be a nice day. And we'll look at the temperatures around the area right now for tomorrow. And you can see tomorrow afternoon, Paris will be at 69 degrees with west winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. In Hugo, 67, 68 for Durant and Bonham. And Antlers, 67 degrees. Again, in northern portions of Texoma, a very slight chance for some rain. 66 in Atoka tomorrow, 65 in McAllister and Colgate. Again, the winds will be light tomorrow, west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. In Ardmore tomorrow, 67 degrees, 66 in Sulphur, 69 in Ringling. Again, a very slight chance for seeing some rain. Otherwise, just light west winds, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Very nice day tomorrow, so get out and enjoy the weather. It should be very nice. 70 in Decatur, 68 in Gainesville, 67 in Marietta tomorrow afternoon, 68 in